Namaskar, welcome to Ekaksha. I am Nipa Das and today I will start the 5th English chapter of class 9 and the name of the chapter is A Visit to Kaziranga and Sivasagar. মৰমৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকল আজি আমি নৱম শ্ৰেণীৰ ইংৰাজীৰ পঞ্চমটি পাঠ আৰম্ভ কৰিম আৰু পাঠটিৰ নাম হৈছে A Visit to Kaziranga and Sivasagar. This chapter is very close to our heart because in this chapter, we will read about our own state, about a national park of our state and a place of historical importance. So, students, before we start, let me ask you a few questions. So, students, I'm sure most of you love traveling. So, when you have your summer vacation or winter vacation or puja holidays, so where do you love to go? Tumaloke jetia bondho poa suti poa tetia tumaloke kot goi bhal poa. Maybe especially during your summer vacation, some of you go to your grandparents' house or your uncle's place, hoine bohute koka aitar ghorle joa, hoine bohute koa je ami mamar ghorle jam, khurar ghorle jam, gaole jam, hoine. And some of you go to visit places of historical importance. Some of you go to a hill station, hoine bibhinno thai enedore bhramon koriboloi joa. কিছুমানে ধৰা ঐতিহাসিক স্থান কিছুমান গুৰুত্ব থকা স্থান প্ৰসিদ্ধ স্থান হেবুৰ চাবলৈ যোৱা মঠ মন্দিৰলৈ যোৱা হয়নে চিৰিয়াখানালৈ যোৱা তেনেকুৱা বিভিন্ন ঠাইলৈ যোৱা বহুতে ৰাজ্যৰ বাহিৰলৈও যোৱা ফুৰিবলৈ you go to different states হয়নে so now let's read the chapter. Do you enjoy traveling? তোমালোকে ভ্ৰমণ কৰি ভাল পোৱানে? I'm sure most of you love traveling. Tumaluke ataye sage bhramon kori bhal poa. The writer Shrutimala Dwara, who has traveled extensively. So who is the writer here? The writer is Shrutimala Dwara and she has traveled extensively. That means she has traveled a lot. Teoki bistrita bhabe bahut thai bhramon korise. Narrates here how two children traveled with their parents to a national park and also to a place of historical importance. So here the writer will narrate a story where we will see two children and they will go to a national park and a place of historical importance with their parents. Yat ami dujon hor lara sali bikhoy pohim aru teoloke mak detakor logot kot jabo so national park mane hoise rashtriyo udyan aru place of historical importance man ঐতিহাসিক ভাবে প্ৰসিদ্ধ বা গুৰুত্ব থকা ঠাই এখনলৈ ফুৰিব যাব. So do you know that there are several national parks in Assam? So you must be aware that there are many national parks in Assam. অসমত বহুত ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় উদ্যান আছে. Kaziranga National Park, which spreads over the jurisdiction of Nagaon and Golaghat district, reaching the hills of Karbi Anglong district, is one of them. So, here we are going to read about Kaziranga National Park. Aru, it spreads over Korpa, Nagaon, Golaghat district, Nagaon, Golaghat district, Torpora, Koloi ase, Karbi Anglongor paharoloi spread hoi biopi ase. It is famous for its one-horned rhino. So what is Kaziranga famous for? Kihor babe bikhat. It is well known or it is famous for its one-horned rhino. Ehinia goror babe bikhat. Tumalagi atai sana. So look at the picture. This is the map of Assam. Ohomor map khonole swa mansitra. And this is the map of the Kaziranga National Park. Okay? It spreads from Nagaon, Golaghat to the hills of Karbi Anglong. Can you name some other national parks of Assam? Aru tumaluke Ohomor beleg rashtriyo udyanor naam janane? Kaziranga National Park or bikhoye ami hokolue jano. Do you know the names of some other national parks? I'm sure some of you know, like Manas National Park, Nameri National Park, Orang National Park. Hoine tenekwa amar Hatkhon National Park ase. Okay. Have you heard of the historical town of Sivasagar? Aru tumaloge oitihahik sohor কি নাম কৈছে শিৱসাগৰৰ নাম তোমালোকে শুনিছানে হেবুলি সোধা প্ৰশ্ন কৰা হৈছে I'm sure all of you have heard about Sivasagar. The Ahoms established their rule over Assam. They established their rule over Assam with the capital at Sivasagar during the early part of the 13th century. So during the early part of 13th century, what happened at that point of time? The Ahoms, they established their rule in Assam. And where was the capital? It was in Sivasagar. 13th century ki hoisile? Ahom hokole Ahomkhon amar yate তেওঁলোকে শাসন কৰিছিল আৰু তেওঁলোকৰ ৰাজধানী ক'ত আছিল শিৱসাগৰ It is a place worth visiting. It is a place. It here refers to Sivasagar. So it is a place worth visiting. Word visiting mane hoise orthoto hoise sabologia. Iman sundor thai. Can you find some more such historical places in Assam? Eneke oitihahik bhabe prokhitho aru kisu thai tumaleke janane Ahomor nischoy jana hoine? Amar Guwahatite ki ase Kamakhya Mandir ase Umananda ase then you know about Hajo to ase Hoygriv Madhav Puamokka hoine even Tezpur is known as a historical place okay Tezpur Hibohagor tumaleke hokolue jana eniko amar bohu thai ase So now let's read the chapter Lohit and Trisha got up early in the morning before their mother could wake them up. So, who are the main characters? Lohit and Trisha. Lohit is a boy and Trisha is a girl. And then they got up very early in the morning before their mother woke them up. So, maake jopar agoti hedina taheti khub hunkale uthile. Kyo uthile ami gom pam? Usually they love to sleep late. Till late in the morning when they had no school. So usually when they don't have school, they used to wake up very late. Jetia teolokor school nathake, tetia teoloke khub derike uthe ratipa. Kintu hedina hutkale uthile. Karon to ki ahasan sa? But that morning they were too excited to sleep. So that morning they were too excited to sleep. Janke khub excited hoyasile kiyo sa. Their parents would be taking them to Sivasagar. Now we know why. Why they woke up early. They were so excited because their parents would take them to Sivasagar. Teolokor maak deutake teolokor kot Hibohagorle loi jabo. He karone hedina jodio teolokor school bondho teoloke hunkale ratipai uthile. Look at the picture. Okay? On their way, they would spend the night at Kaziranga. Aru teoloke jetia Hibohagorle jabo goi thakute edin teoloke ki eta rati teoloke kot kotabo Kaziranga National Park. Every year in the past, during their school holidays, their father took them to different places. So, earlier also during their vacation or during their holidays, their father used to take them to different places. Tamne agoteu jetia teolokor bondho hoy, jikono bondhote teolokor deutake teolokor hothai phurabole ba bhromon koriboloi loi goisil. Bibhinno thailoi loi goisil. Sometimes outside Assam, sometimes within Assam. Sometimes outside Assam and sometimes within Assam. Tamne ketiaba Ahomor bahiroloi loi goisile aru ketiaba Ahomor bhitorte fuisil. Assam is a unique land with tea gardens, ancient temples, national parks, historical monuments, and what not. Their father said, you should know your own state. So, what did their father say? So, now we know that both of them are brothers and sisters. Iti ami gom palu Lohit aru Trisha ki brothers and sisters, no? Tell brother and sister aru deutake ki kole Assam is a unique land, okay? Unique mane ananya, okay? Unique land with tea gardens. Ahomot ki ase? We have tea gardens, sabagan ase, ancient temples. Ancient mane hoise prasin, okay? Prasin moth mondir ase, sabagan ase, aru ki koise national parks, okay? National parks alop agote moi tumalok bujal ami pohilwe national park or bihor rashtriyo udyan, no? Historical monuments mane hoise oitihakik smriti stambha. And what not? Aru kiman ki je ase. So Their father was telling them that Assam is famous for tea gardens, for ancient temples, national park, historical monuments. Okay, you should know your own state. So their father said that all of you should know your own state. তোমালোকে নিজৰ ৰাজ্যখনৰ বিষয়ে ভালদৰে জনাটো উচিত বা জানিব লাগে. Last year, they had visited their uncle who lived in Tejpur. So during their holidays last year, where did they go? They went to Tejpur. কাৰণ আমি পঢ়িলো যে প্ৰত্যেক বছৰে দেউতাকে তেওঁলোকৰ বন্ধত তেওঁলোকক ফুৰাবলৈ লৈ যায় আৰু যোৱা বছৰ তেওঁলোক কলৈ গৈছিলে তেজপুৰলৈ গৈছিল তেওঁলোকৰ খুৰাকৰ ঘৰলৈ. Both Lohit and Trisha enjoyed their stay there so much that they wanted to go again there. So যোৱাবাৰ যে গ'ল তেওঁলোকৰ ইমান ভাল লাগিল যে এইবাৰো তেওঁলোকে তেজপুৰলৈ যাম বুলি ভাবিলে আকৌ যাম বুলি ভাবিলে. But their father said, this time I will take you to Sivasagar. But what did their father say? That you have already visited Tejpur, so this time I'll take you to Sivasagar. কৈছে এইবাৰ তোমালোকক মই শিৱসাগৰলৈ ফুৰাবলৈ লৈ যাম হে বুলি ক'লে. What's there to see in Sivasagar? So let's go to uncle's house in Tejpur instead. Lohit pleaded. Pleaded মানে হৈছে অনুৰোধ কৰা. Lohit requested. দেউতাকক কি ক'লে? What's there to see in Sivasagar? যে what's there to see in Sivasagar? যে শিৱসাগৰতনো চাবলগীয়া কি আছে সেই বুলি দেউতাকক সুধিলে. Let's go to uncle's house in Tejpur instead. ব'লা না এবাৰ আকৌ আমি খুৰাৰ ঘৰলৈ যাওঁ তেজপুৰলৈ যাওঁ সেই বুলি দেউতাকক অনুৰোধ কৰিলে. এতিয়া দেউতাকে কি ক'ব আহাচোন পঢ়ো. Don't you want to see a new place? So the father is telling them, don't you want to see a new place? নতুন ঠাই এখন চাবলৈ তোমালোকৰ হেঁপাহ নাই নি হে বুলি সুধিলে. You had already seen Tejpur. যে যোৱাবাৰ আমি তেজপুৰলৈ গৈছোৱে ইতিমধ্যে তোমালোকে তেজপুৰলৈ গৈছাই. We will go there again someday. যে কেতিয়াবা আমি তালে আকৌ যাম হে বুলি দেউতাকে ক'লে কিন্তু এইবাৰ আহাচোন আমি শিৱসাগৰলৈ যাওঁ. By this time, let me take you to Sivasagar, their father said. So this time, I want you to go to Sivasagar. Hebuli kole. Let me tell you about the place. So the father is saying that now I will tell you about Sivasagar. Je Hibahagar bishoy tumalogok itia olop kom. It was formerly known as Rangpur. It was formerly known as Rangpur. So what was Sivasagar previously known as? Agote Hibahagar naam ki asile? It was known as Rangpur. Rangpur buli jana jat asile. It was the capital of the Ahom kings from 1699 to 1788. So you must remember the dates also. So it was the capital of the Ahom kings. Ketiar pra capital asile? 1699 to 1788. Hibahagar Ahom Hokolor Rasthani asile aru tetia Hibahagar naam ki asile? It was known as Rangpur. Okay, Hibahagar was previously or formerly known as Rangpur. You should all know that. Okay, tumalokor okol lesson to karone nohoy tumalokor general knowledge or karneo jana usit hoine Hibahagar agor naam ki asile? Rangpur. It was the capital of the Ahom kings. Rajdhani asile Ahom Hokolor Rajdhani asile from 1699 to 1788. You can see many tanks. Tatami ki bahut ki dekha pao tanks mane yate pukhuri kotha koise. Many palaces mane Rajprakhad and beautiful temples of that period of time. And then you will get to see beautiful temples. Hundor moth mondiru tat dekha paba buli detake koise. Bibhinno pukhuri ase, Rajprakhad ase aru moth mondiru ase. You will love to see them. Koise tumaloke sai khub bhal paba. On our way, we can stay for a night at Kaziranga, their mother suggested. So what did the mother say? On our way to Sivasagar, we can stay for a night at Kaziranga. Kole je ami jeta Hibahagarloi jam, tetia ami erati Kazirangat roi dibo paru. Oh, lovely, Lohit said, clapping his hands. Lohit was very happy. Hat sapori mari ki boli kole? Kole, oh, lovely. Kose, oh, lovely. Khub bhal kotha tamne. He was very happy and excited. We can take an elephant ride and see the rhino. So what did he suggest? He suggested that they could take an elephant ride. So hati tuthi furibo paribo. and see the rhino. Aru goru sabo paribo. Look at the picture. So these are the people, they are taking an elephant ride. Hatit uthi furise dehisane. Okay. So Lohit was very excited because he wanted to take an elephant ride and see the rhino. As the day of the visit dawned mane hoise surjodoy, Lohit and Trisha grew quite excited, and in the day, on the morning when it was sunrise, they were very excited. In the day of their visit, the day they were about to visit Sivasagar, they were very excited. They would get to see both Kaziranga, the world-renowned national park, and Sivasagar, a famous historical town. So why were they excited? Because they would get to see Kaziranga, a renowned national park, and also Sivasagar, okay, a famous historical town. Okay, renowned mane hoise biswa bikhat. Biswa bikhat ekhon rashtriyo udyan dekha pabo Kaziranga hoine aru ঐতিহাসিক ভাবে প্ৰসিদ্ধ এখন ঠাই শিৱসাগৰো তেওঁলোকে দেখিব হয়নে এই কথা ভাবি they were very excited. The morning arrived and they started their journey in their own car. So they started the journey in their own car. ৰাতিপুৱাই তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ গাড়ীত উঠি যাত্ৰা আৰম্ভ কৰিলে. By early afternoon they reached Kaziranga. And when did they reach Kaziranga? By early afternoon. Afternoon mane 12 bajar pora afternoon buli koy hoine dinor 12 pora. So early afternoon. Hunkale 12 ta bhitorte dhora teloke Kaziranga goi pale. Wake up, their mother called out. We have arrived. Lohit and Trisha, who had fallen asleep on the back seat of the car, woke up. So when they reached, what did their mother say? Je, ki buli kole? Wake up. Say utha utha. কিয় কৈছে কাৰণ গাড়ীৰ বেক সিটত লোহিত আৰু তৃষা কি তাহাঁতৰ টোপনি আহি গৈছিল they were sleeping মাকে ক'লে আমি আহি পালোহি they had Lohit and Trisha say they had fallen asleep on the back seat of the car গাড়ীৰ পিছফালে বহিছিল আৰু টোপনি শুই গৈছিল they checked in at a hotel that had a large compound so they went to a hotel in Kaziranga এখন হোটেলত তেওঁলোকে গ'ল and it had a large compound. Dangor eta compound asile guti. Okay. After freshening up, they sat on the cane chairs in one corner of the veranda and started to enjoy the greenery around. So they checked in at a hotel and after freshening up, what did they do? They sat on the cane chairs that was placed in the veranda and they also started to enjoy the greenery or the beautiful scenery. Teloke thora goi pale goi pai hotelot humale aru hat mukh thui fresh hoi teloke ki korile verandat bohile tat dhuniya sundor betor soki asile. Look at the picture. Tat bohi verandat betor sokit bohi teloke ei drishyobur upabhog korile. Look at the picture. It is so beautiful. Look at the greenery. It's green and green all over the place. Iman dhuniya sundor. So they started to enjoy the greenery. Can we go to see the rhino now? Lohit asked. Lohit tetia kole, ami itia gor sabo parone. Can we go and see the rhino? He was very excited. No, not today. We will go tomorrow early in the morning, his father said. His father said, no, we will not go now. We can see the rhino tomorrow. And when? Early in the morning. Kase kaile ratipuai ami gor sabole jam itia nohoy. Hebuli Lohita tetake kole. On elephant back, asked Lohit, his eyes shining with excitement. So he was very excited and his eyes were shining. Excitement ki hol supur ekdom jiliki gol. Jiliki detakok ki kole? Koson se ami gor keneke sam. On elephant back, se hati tuthi ami samne hebuli kole. He was very interested. So this is the elephant ride. How people are riding on the elephant. Look at the picture. Okay. Yes, his father smiled. Aru etake misike hahi ki kole? O ami hati tuthiye sam. Kaziranga is called a national park. What is a national park? Lohit asked. The Lohite hudhile je Kaziranga to national park buli koy. So national park mane nu ki? Rashtriyo udyan mane nu ki? He buli hudhile. So he was very curious. He wanted to know. It is a park that is used for conservation purposes. So ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় উদ্যান হৈছে এখন উদ্যান যিটো কিহৰ কাৰণে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা হয় for conservation purposes. It is used for conservation purposes. Conservation মানে সংৰক্ষণ, okay? Conservation মানে সংৰক্ষণ কৰা. We have the rare one-horned rhinoceros. Rare মানে হৈছে বিৰল. কাজিৰঙাত কি আছে? বিৰল এশিঙীয়া গড় আছে. That we need to conserve. আৰু সেই গড়টো আমি কি সংৰক্ষণ কৰিব লাগিব. We need to conserve the one-horned rhino. Are there only rhinos in this big park? Asked Lohit. Then what did he ask? That are there only rhinos in this big park? যে ইমান ডাঙৰ উদ্যানত অকল গড়ে আছে নি? সেই বুলি সুধিলে. Of course not, you silly boy, laughed his sister. There are elephants and birds too. Trisha মানে হাঁহিলে. Silly boy, ইমান মূৰ্খ তুমি নাজানা. অকল গড় নহয়. There are elephants and birds too. হাতী আৰু চৰাই-চিৰিকটিও আছে সেই বুলি ক'লে. In fact, it is a park gifted with a wide variety of flora and fauna. That means there's a wide variety of flora and fauna means plants and animals. Okay, বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ গছ, গছনি, হাবি, বন আৰু জীৱ-জন্তু আছে. It is a park gifted with a wide range of flora and fauna and is a home to animals. Home to animals. জীৱ-জন্তুৰ ঘৰ. কি ধৰণৰ জীৱ-জন্তু আহাচোন চাওঁ? Home to animals like wild water buffalo, wild water buffaloes. Look at the picture. These are wild water buffaloes. Indian wild boar, sambar, barking deer, hog deer, leopard, Indian grey mongoose, white-browed gibbon, and ... said mother. That means it is a home not only to rhinos, elephants, and birds. It is a home to a variety of plants and animals. And what type of animals? See, wild water buffaloes, Indian wild boar, sambar barking deer, hog deer, leopard, Indian grey mongoose, white-browed gibbon. So, look at the picture. These are the different types of animals found in Kaziranga National Park. Okay? And monkeys, Lohit quickly put in. Lohite titia hudile, aru bandor paine? Yes, you will be one more of them, said his sister laughing. Trisha, his sister. Trisha hahi kole, tumiu tar etai hoba dia, he buli ta jukale, okay? What did he say? Yes, you will be one more of them, said his sister laughing. Hahi tak jukai ki kole, tumiu tare eta tamne, tumiu bandore eta tamne tak bandor buli jukale. There are lots of caped langurs. Langurs, it's a type of monkey, bandor nisne. There are lots of caped langurs, also called leaf monkeys. Okay, look at the picture of leaf monkeys or caped langurs. Are there any snakes? Trisha asked. Aru hap ase ne buli Trisha hudile. Yes, said the mother, and tortoises. Make koise o ase aru kasou ase. Do you know Kaziranga is a World Heritage Site? তাৰপিছত কি বুলি সুধিলে যে তোমালোকে জানানে কাজিৰঙা কি এখন World Heritage Site. The UNESCO, UNESCO, okay? কি হয় UNESCO? মই তোমালোকক কম বাৰু. The UNESCO declared Kaziranga a World Heritage Site in 1985, their father said. তাৰপিছত ডেটাকে ক'লে কি বুলি ক'লে যে 1985ত ইউনেস্কোয়ে কাজিৰঙাক World Heritage Site বুলি ঘোষণা কৰিলে. World Heritage Site মানে হৈছে বিশ্ব ঐতিহ্য ক্ষেত্ৰ. So কাজিৰঙাক বিশ্ব ঐতিহ্য ক্ষেত্ৰ হিচাপে কোনে ঘোষণা কৰিছিল? ইউনেস্কোয়ে ঘোষণা কৰিছিল. কেতিয়া? 1985ত. মনত ৰাখিবা World Heritage Site মানে হৈছে বিশ্ব ঐতিহ্য ক্ষেত্ৰ আৰু কাজিৰঙা কেতিয়া বিশ্ব ঐতিহ্য ক্ষেত্ৰ বা World Heritage Site বুলি এনাউন্স কৰা হৈছিল বা ঘোষণা কৰা হৈছিল 1985ত আৰু কোনে ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিছিল? ইউনেস্কো. Meaning asked Lohit. Lohite ক'লে ইয়াৰ অৰ্থ কি ডেটা হে বুলি সুধিলে. Meaning, he explained, a place that is listed by the UNESCO as of special significance. Tamne heritage site mane nu ki he buli সুধিলে ডেটাকে কৈছে গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ ঠাইডোখৰক কি বুলি কয় ৱৰ্ল্ড হেৰিটেজ সাইট বুলি কোৱা হয় The UNESCO feels the need to preserve such sites in the interest of the international community কৈছে এই ধৰণৰ ঠাইবোৰ কি সংৰক্ষণ কৰা উচিত বা আমি সংৰক্ষণ কৰিব লাগে হেতু কোনে ফিল কৰে কোনে অনুভৱ কৰে UNESCO অনুভৱ কৰে UNESCO feels that we should conserve this kind of places so they declare this kind of places as World Heritage Site because lot of tourists and people from different countries across the globe they come to visit Kaziranga হয়নে বিদেশৰ বিভিন্ন মানুহ আহি কাজিৰঙা ভ্ৰমণ কৰে চাবলৈ আহে হয়নে so for the international community we should preserve the place okay What is the full form of the UNESCO Lohit asked the Lohite সুধিলে যে UNESCOৰ full form কি হয় I knew it but forgot Trisha said Trisha ক'লে যে মই জানিছিলো কিন্তু মই পাহৰি গলো It is United Nations কৈছে কিবা United Nations বুলি আৰম্ভণিটো তেনেকে আৰম্ভ হয় হিখিনি লৈহে Trishaৰ মনত আছে আৰু তাই পাহৰি গৈছে United Nations Educational Scientific and Cultural Organization Mother Putin তেতিয়া মাকে তেওঁলোকক UNESCOৰ full form to ক'লে Okay, so UNESCO, U for United, N for Nations, E for Educational, S for Scientific, and C for Cultural, O for Organization. UNESCO মানে হৈছে United Nations, Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. So full form to কোনে ক'লে মাকে কৈ দিলে. So students, we have come to the end of part 1 of the 5th chapter. I'm sure you enjoyed reading this chapter and understood it. So to see if you have understood, let me ask you a few questions. Look at the first question. What is Kaziranga? A forest, a national park, a wildlife sanctuary, a protected area? Kaziranga is a national park. What did Lohit and Trisha love to do when they had no school? তেওঁলোকৰ যেতিয়া স্কুল নাথাকে কি কৰি ভাল পায় Sleep till late, get up early, play games, see cartoons. Sleep till late. School nathakile তেওঁলোকে ৰাতিপুৱা কি দেৰিলৈ শুই থাকে So students, we have come to the end of part 1 of the 5th chapter. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. So see you again in the next class. Until then, take care. Thank you.